It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for...
A Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm a Craig.
I'm a Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on...
Magic TV.
Magic TV. We have no idea when this episode's going up.
Mario.
It's me, the Mario. Anyway, we have
Craig Petty.
We have no idea when this episode is going up, purely because we've been stacking a load of YouTube, review shows because you're heading off to America, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, to do something fun that people might know about by now because we filmed so many of these review shows to get ourselves ahead. So by the time this one goes out, they might have actually known what's going on, but just in case, let's not say anything. But we have got 4 tricks we're going to be looking...
If you say we're going to America, I think they might know.
Yeah, go to Penguin, filming a new project.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Could be anything.
Yeah, we could be going to Murphy's.
Could be going to Murphy's.
We could be going to Magic Live.
Could be going to Magic Live. You're not, but you could be. Anyway, we've got 4 tricks on this review show. 4 brand new tricks. And we're going to be performing all of them like we were
from
just
old and then brought back to the future?
No, they're all brand new. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. And we're going to start
none of them are.
with a new book by Penguin Magic. Let's get into this one first. Okay, so first up, we are going to be looking at Letters from Juan.
Again.
Again. This is the 4th one. You don't read these at all, do you? It's so funny. He loves mnemonica, but honestly, these books just are not his style at all. He's read them and he's looked at them and he's like, yeah, full of lots of long, boring card tricks. But here's the thing, right? I love these books. I'm so glad that Penguin have brought them back out. And I think it's a really interesting way.
You said brought them back out?
As in brought them out. I'm being silly. What I really like about this is that, you know, and I talked about this in volume number 3, there's only 4 tricks in each one, so it feels more like an old ebook style thing or a pamphlet.
Old.
Yes, it's not old. You're obsessed. And there's some interesting stuff in this particular edition. So it starts off with another letter from Juan, which is kind of really interesting. And you really do want to read the opening introduction because it's really interesting. And in this particular one, he talks about whether you should teach magicians everything. Now, this is kind of an interesting... so what I mean by that, and I'd love to know your thought process on this, Ryland. He says that if you're new into magic, let's say you've only got into magic a few months ago, if you teach the person who's new into magic something really complicated, there's a very good chance that they might not know how to do it. It might confuse them. So he says...
Or you could teach the first thing and then they learn something really hard and the first thing they learn. Okay. Yeah, as you go, I was just looking out in the garden because your sister was running around out there. Yeah. I'm sorry, I completely lost the plot. I completely and totally lost the plot. Spider.
It does. His signature does look like Spider. I got completely confused there. He talks about you shouldn't teach everything to every new magician, and if there's somebody new into magic, you should teach them something that they are going to be able to do to encourage them, and then later on teach them something.
like a twisting.
Like when I started teaching you magic at the age of 2, if I taught you the multiplying balls, you'd probably just go.
Yeah, my hands would be like this.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
I had to use balls that size.
But when I taught you the multiplying balls, you got to an age where you could actually.
Yeah, and I was this age. No, I was actually this age when you taught me.
No, you've been doing it for a while now. You were like 8, I think.
What?
9?
No.
You were definitely 9. You were doing it.
No, I was. You taught it me like a couple of weeks after my birthday.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I say I taught it you. I didn't. You learnt it yourself. No.
Yeah. I was at the office after my birthday.
No. You learnt it in lockdown because you were sitting.
No, I didn't. I had COVID after my 10th birthday, and I was in the office.
Your 10th birthday was last year. It was only a few months ago.
Yeah.
COVID. You haven't had COVID since COVID. Forget it, who cares? Anyway, so there's a few different routines here. The first one is called a can of paint, which is a really interesting multi-phase routine that's like lots and lots of colour changes based around having an based around having an invisible can of paint. I really like this one. I will tell you, excuse me, it's very, very difficult. There's a lot of gamblers' palms and a lot of changeovers. It's not an easy routine, but I imagine the visual would look excellent. It really would. But that's the first routine. Lots of really good photos, very well explained, as you would imagine. The one I'm going to perform in a second is called New Call to the Colours. I've always been a big fan of Call to the Colours. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like having a shuffled deck of cards and calling out colours, and the colours get appear as they're called out. And it normally uses quite complicated second deals and bottom deals and triple deals and things like that, while Juan's version doesn't involve any of that. It involves sleight of hand. It's not an easy routine to learn, and I haven't quite got it perfect, but I think I've got it good enough. But I really like this one. It's eliminated all of the dodgy dealing, which I thought was exceptional, and it's a multi-phase routine. And then you've got this routine here, 7 brides for 7 brothers. This is just a really weird routine. It's a stage routine. You have 14 people on stage, and it's cards across with 14 people. But it's all based around music, and you're getting all 14 people to do a dance-off with each other. And after they do a dance-off, what happens is the cards are jumping across. It reads completely bonkers, but I could imagine it playing really well to a big audience. I can't see many people doing that one, though, I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I reckon this would go really well in a stage show. I really do.
But you think I'd work with me?
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to find somewhere to practice it, because you're going to need 20 people on stage in order to perform this. You're going to need a 14 people.
15,
you're going to need a big stage. Yeah.
15, because
I think it's very, there's very few people that would actually be in an environment where they could perform that on a regular basis. Not a chance. And then the final one is interesting. It's kind of a gambling style routine using mnemonica. So you use the mnemonica stack, you have to switch a couple of cards around, and it allows you to do a gambling routine. Now, I'm not a big fan of gambling routines, so I didn't particularly enjoy that one. It's not one that I learned. But if you're into gambling routines, this starts with mnemonica, and you can reset mnemonica at the end if you want to as well. So out of the 4 routines, one, you need to know a memorized deck. Fine, and you need to be into gambling routines. The second one is absolutely a feature presentation for a stage performance. If you're looking for something that you could perform on stage to 14 people on stage that will literally fill the entire stage, this is something you could go for. Call to the Colours.
I would do that.
Yeah, 14. Call to the Colours.
What's the one that you call?
New Call to the Colours. I'm going to perform that for you now. It's very good. I've been practicing it for about a week. I think I could do with improving certain areas of it, but I think I've got it to a point where I'm happy to start taking this out at gigs and trying it out and seeing what the reactions are like. But I do like it. I think it's very interactive. I like the premise about magic fingers. I'm going to perform that for you now so you can have a look at it, and then we'll give the book a full review. Right, I'm going to show you a card trick with a pack of playing cards, 52 cards. They're all there.
Is there 52 possibilities?
52 possibilities, all there, all different. Now, before I do anything, I want you to give these cards a mix-up, right? Give them a shuffle, make sure they are what they appear to be, just a regular deck of cards. I will tell you that this... Nice. Yeah, it's the new Penguin deck. It's nice. They're pretty cool.
Are they not?
They're not, even though it is a Penguin deck. In fact, I'll let you have these. I know how you like your speciality
always check
deck.
Penguin decks for Marks. No, Marks.
But you know, unless it's a Phil Smith deck, I can't really read them anyway, so... Are we good? You happy? Good stuff. So I'm going to show you, this is, although I'm using cards, this is not your typical card trick where you get somebody to pick a card and it's nothing like that. It's way more impressive than that.
Is it pick a card, your card is?
No. I'm going to take out just a few cards. I'm going to take out 10 cards. 10 black cards. 1, 2, it's not an A-can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shall I take out more or just... No, I'll just take out 10. Okay. So we've got 10 cards. And I want you to see that there really are 10 black cards.
That's a cool ace.
Yeah, it's a nice ace, isn't it? And we'll do the same with red cards. We'll take out 10 red cards as well. So I want you to see 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Sorry, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shall I take out another one? No, just 10. 10 will work. So, 10 red cards, 10 black cards.
Okay.
Okay. The rest of the deck that you shuffled...
I feel like I shouldn't just I'm
going to put those away in front of you. Okay? So I want you to see, look. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to alternate them, red and black. I'm going to need the whole table for this, so elbows not allowed. Watch. 1, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black. I write all my own pattern. I hope you're impressed. Red, black, red, black, red, black. There you go. I want to see that they really are alternating red and black. Look, each card is a different colour. Alternating red and black. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Now, watch, because this is amazing. I'm going to take out 8 cards. We'll start with 8. We'll put the rest over there. We'll do the rest later. One more time, check them. Make sure they are alternating red and black.
Red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black.
Now, did you know I have magic fingers? Shut up, I have. I got magic fingers. I have. Look, all I have to do is take 2 fingers, even though they're alternating red, black. If I put 2 fingers on top of the deck and I wait a second, what happens is now, instead of alternating red, black, what happens is you get red, red. Because I placed 2 fingers on top, you see. Every time I place 2 fingers, you'll have 2 colours appear on top. Look, black, black. Shall I do it again? Look, I put 2 fingers on, and when I do, look at that. That's red and red. Works every single time. I'll do it one more time. Look at this. You put 2 fingers, and you've got a black, and you've got a black. Red, black, red, black. So I can go from alternating colours to actually having them red, red, black, black, red, black, 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 black.
Red, 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 red.
Now, there's a rule in magic, as you know, never repeat a trick, but I'm going to do it again. Check for me that these really are alternating.
Red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red,
Watch.
black.
I'm going to bring forth the power of the fingers. Shut up. This is serious. I put 2 fingers on top. I concentrate really hard. And now, yeah, now look, now we've got red, red. It's the power of the fingers. It works every single time. I'm going to try.
Every single time?
Every single time, look.
Every...
Don't mock my fingers. Every time, look, I do this. Wait a second. Here it is, the power of the fingers. Now I've got black, black. Check that out, black, black.
Wow.
I'll do it again. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Watch this. Power of the fingers. Power of the fingers. 2 fingers. There we go. Power of the fingers. Oh, don't. It's not. I can feel it when it works. I can feel it. Look at that. Red, red, Ryland.
Red, red.
One last time. Let's see if I can get my fingers to work one final time. 2 fingers. And just like that. Black, black, buddy. Check that out. Now, here's the thing. They were alternating, if you remember. Red, black, red, black, red, black. And then they went to...
red, red, black.
Because I used 2 fingers.
Black, red,
what
red,
do you
black,
think will
black.
happen if I use 3 fingers?
Red, 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 black, black,
Watch.
black, red, red, red.
3
black,
fingers. That's all I have to do. And when I do that, I get red, I get red, and I get red. I get black, 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 red, 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 black, 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 all because of the power of the fingers.
The power of the fingers.
But you know what? Sometimes people turn around to me and they say, Craig, because that's my name, they say, Craig, that's pretty impressive, but could you shuffle them and still make your fingers work?
Yeah, I thought that.
So sometimes people say to me, can you shuffle them and make it work?
Shuffle them and make them work.
Just on cue. Well, yes, I will. Let me shuffle these cards together and watch. I want you to see that I'm not doing one of those Vernon tricky shuffles. I want you to see I really am shuffling these cards just like that. You can see. Mixed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Happy?
Yep.
I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think it is, but I'm going to try. Technically, we don't know what the order of these cards are now, do we?
No.
We've got no idea, but I'm going to try and do this.
There could
Watch.
be red, red, red.
There
red,
could be
black,
anything.
Black, red, red, black, red,
Watch.
red,
All I have to do is do this. Do you know what happens when I do that?
What? What?
They sort themselves out, Ryland. All because I did that. I didn't put any fingers up. But you can do this yourself.
Surely
You
no
remember
fingers.
remember the cards that you mixed up yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Do that. Do you know what happens when you did that other than breaking the card case? Check it out. Because now with the deck that you shuffled, every single card has sorted themselves out. Okay, admit it, you like that routine.
Yeah.
That card routine. It's not a long, boring card trick, is it? It's not a pick a card trick. It's not a finding the ace trick. It's very,
kinda
very
like
different.
An oil ball.
and water.
It is very similar to oil and water, isn't it? But instead
But
of them,
it's not actually an oil and water because they are alternating red, black, black.
yeah, kind of like a slow motion oil and water, right?
Yeah.
The two that I
It
think,
goes from red, black to red, black, red, black, black. And then
Yeah.
it goes from that to red, black, red, black. And then it just goes to red, black.
yeah, exactly. Right, okay. So here's the thing. I'm not going to do the Three Stooges. Not going to do Seven Brides or Seven Brothers. I am very interested in seeing what the reactions to New Call to the Colours are when I've got it a little bit slicker. And a can of paint is going to be a long-term thing because that is not easy at all.
Try on the one that you did.
What, New Call to the Colours? Yeah, I think you could do it. I think you need to practice, but I think you could do it, no problem. The hardest part about that is you're having to do some table doubles over and over again, which is,
I saw that.
yeah, and that can always be a tricky thing. But yeah, I'm going to give this 85%. I don't think it's the strongest one of the four that I've seen. It's still very, very good, but it's absolutely not the strongest one. I don't think that the material in there is decent, but the problem is I think that there's some people that might buy this and they might not get anything out of it because maybe, ironically, they might not be advanced enough to do the color change routine or the Call to the Colours routine, and it's very, very specific, the last two routines, as to when you do it. So I'm going to give it 85%. It's good. I definitely am happy because I got something out of it. I got Call to the Colours out of it. But it's not the strongest of the four. If you've not had one of these letters from Juan yet, I would start with the first one before you jump to this one. But having said that, this is good. It's
I'm
Juan
going to give it
Tamariz.
85 as well.
85 as well, because you're considering learning the Call to the Colours.
Yeah.
Okay, so 85% from Ryland, 85% from me. Really good book. It's a nice addition to the Letters from Juan series. But now we're going to move on to something that I think Ryland is... Well, it's more up Ryland Street. Okay, so the next routine we're going to be talking about is called the Yin Yang poker chip set. And this is by Dave Forrest and Full 52. And he's very open in the advertising as to what this is. You get 3 poker chips. You get, what colours are they? You get a
red and a green.
A red one, you get a green one, and you get a double-sided one, half red, half green. And that allows you to perform a whole bunch of different routines. So it's like basically getting yourself a double-sided coin, but you're using poker chips instead of using coins. And, there's an argument to say that poker chips are better to use than coins, because the problem with coins is that if you're typically using a copper and a silver, in low light conditions, it's very difficult to tell the difference, whilst with these poker chips, you absolutely could tell the difference. Yeah. Now, the routines that you get with it are all from the Ammo. If you don't know, Full 52 and Dave Forrest released a DVD many, many years ago called The Ammo by Gary Jones, and it used a set of poker chips.
There was one thing from back in there.
Yeah, kind of in a way, but these poker chips are a different design. And you get less poker chips in the Ammo. You got like 10 or 12 poker chips.
What?
So a lot of the routines that were published in the Ammo don't cross over because you need more than 2 or 3 poker chips. However, there are 4 routines that are definitely applicable to these, and those are the 4 routines that make up the tutorial.
Okay.
Some really interesting routines. You love Gary Jones. Gary Jones is an incredible magician, incredible tutorials, incredible lecturer, and these poker chips are very well made, and the routines that come with them are great. Now, you went to a trampoline park called Rush, didn't you?
Yeah.
In Birmingham, and you had a great time bouncing around for like 4 hours.
Bounce.
And after you finished bouncing around and you were very sweaty, you filmed a routine with these poker chips for your Instagram. And the routine that Ryland filmed, because it was a reel, it had to be 60 seconds or less. He filmed, if you are on the Netrix, you'll know that I've got a routine on there called the purple and green coin routine.
What does that use, purple and green?
It uses a purple and green coin. And
the purple and green coin routine?
that's why I called it that, rhymed. And I'll tell you right now, these poker chips that you get, the Yin Yang poker chips, are perfect for the purple and green coin routine. What you're about to see is Ryland performing the first 3 phases of the purple and green coin routine, which, as I say, he filmed for Instagram, but he's using the Yin Yang poker chips. So you can see the quality of the chips, and you can see how they look and everything on camera. So let's have a look at that first of all. Let's have a look at a performance from Ryland, and this is from his Instagram. You were so tired then. You literally just bounced for
I was
4
like-
hours.
I was like, okay, so I got a green
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah, he was like, I really want to film this. I want to tag Russian. I'm like, you look tired, dude. He's like, no, I really want to film it. Remember? But anyway, I want go back and have a look at that performance, because one of the nice things about these poker chips is when you're looking at them from the side, because of how poker chips work, you can't tell it's a half and half coin. Like, these are perfect for if you're wanting to do routines with a copper silver coin, and you're wanting to do transpositions like what you saw Ryland do, or some of the routines that come with the yin yang poker chip set. This is one of the best things I've ever found. Like,
Yeah.
these are great, really high quality, very well made. You just throw them in the pocket. Everybody knows what a poker chip is. Pack small, plays big. Tutorials are great, but any routine like the purple and green coin routine, any routine that requires a double-sided coin, you will be able to do with this set, which is why it's so good. I love this. I'm definitely going to throw it in my close-up case. You said you were going to throw it in your close-up case as well. I'm going to give this 95%. I think this is great. What about you?
I'm gonna give it 97.
97%. So you can get them from all good magic dealers, but if you want to get them directly from Full 52, you can do so. And yeah, they're just really, really good. If you've got a copper silver coin routine that you already do, or any routine that you've got a copper silver coin and you want to kind of vary it up and do something different, then this is absolutely something that you want to get hold of. So
Yeah.
yin yang coin poker chip set, it's very, very good. Now we're going to move on to another coin routine. Let's have a look at that one. So next up, we have N11. That's right, we're back with another N trick. N2G are back with N11. I mean, at this point, by the time you're 60 years old, we're going to be on N4,337,000. They've got to run out of tricks with the Chinese coins at some point soon. I mean, now they're messing around with the design of the actual little logos on the coins. God knows how long they can keep going. But this is N11.
Next
and
up, I bet you they'll do the square thing.
yeah, probably. N11. What is N11? Well, back in the N series, I think it was 7, 8 or 9, I don't know. They were moving holes in coins, and that was really good. What they're doing now is they're moving the little Chinese characters on the coins. If you've ever seen an N2G coin, they're dollar sized, and you have 4 Chinese characters on one side.
Are they actual Chinese coins?
No, they're made by N2G. I think they're not real Chinese coins. They're made specifically for these tricks. But there's 4 Chinese characters on one side. There's 2 Chinese characters on the other side. What this particular thing does, what this particular set does, is it lets you move the characters off the coins. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can actually do this. You actually get 2 regular coins and 2 gimmicks. Actually 3 gimmicks and 1 regular coin inside the box that allows you to do a whole bunch of different routines and a whole bunch of different magic. Now we've got, again, you filmed this for Instagram, didn't you, when you were at the Hollybush? And you went out again playing and eating. That's all you do, play and eat. When you went out and went to the Hollybush, you filmed this. So there's a couple of videos we're going to show you
Yeah,
now.
it was at the Hollybush, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first one is kind of one of the routines that you can do with this. So this is with one of the gimmicked coins and a regular coin. And this is very commercial, actually. What it allows you to do is show and have examined the regular coin.
Coins and 1 regular.
No, the first one where you're making the things go on.
There's a red one.
No, that's the second routine. The first routine is when you pull. Ignore him. So you've got a regular coin. And you have it examined, and then you take it over here, and one at a time, you apparently rub the characters off, and then immediately bring them back on top. It looks really good, actually. So
Technically, that is also 3 coins.
let's have a look at that. Okay, so that was one of the routines, and that's super commercial because everything's examinable at the beginning, everything's examinable at the end, and it looks really visual. It looks like you're literally just taking off the Chinese characters one at a time. And what's really nice about it is it's a specially made gimmick. There's a bunch of gimmicks involved in it, so there's actually only one spellbound move that's taking place.
Yeah.
You do the one spellbound move, but then everything else involves this gimmick and just moving the gimmick around as you're rubbing your fingers over. So it's very deceptive, actually. If you're in a close-up environment and you want to do something a little bit different, that's really cool. Now, there is something else you can do with this set as well, and the other thing that you can do is you can actually make the character jump from the coin and appear on a different coin. And you also filmed this, and you did it on your sister.
Yeah.
Blew her away. And this is really interesting because this uses two completely different gimmicks. So this doesn't use the same gimmicks that we used for the first video. This is a different one. So let's have a look at what this looks like as well. This is kind of more of a two-coin trick. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here with my sister Thea, and I've got a black coin and a red coin, or normal, yeah? So Thea, I want you to hold your hand out, make a fist around that coin, turn your hand over, yeah? Right, now, you see this coin? Watch this. You can see, I can actually pull this thing off right here, and where's your hand? Watch. And throw it on, look in your hand. You see this? You can see right there, the tower is on that.
I know it's magic.
What?
But how is it done? I know it's magic.
With magic?
I know it's magic. Why don't you understand?
Magic.
What? Just why don't you understand?
It's magic.
What? Just why don't you understand?
It's magic.
So there's a couple of different routines that you can actually do with N11. There are a bunch of other stuff you can do. Now, as you would expect with N2G, the tutorials are diabolically rubbish. I mean, they are terrible. I think at this point, everybody knows what they're getting into when they go into an N2G trick. The tutorials are just awful. This is slightly better than all the others, though. At least they're talking over it. And at least they're actually trying to go through stuff. But it's a 10-minute tutorial. Should have been a bit longer. They're glossing over a lot of the moves. The angles of the tutorial aren't great. But at least they've made a bit more of an effort. But there's no live performance at all. You're just going to have to kind of guess as to how this stuff looks. But the gimmicks are really well made. I was worried that like maybe the paint would come off, but I don't think it will. I think this is going to last quite a long time. And it's different. It's different. It's not like a normal coin trick where coins are vanishing. The characters on the coin are vanishing. It reminds me a little bit like Keymaster.
Yeah. What are the tutorials like?
I just said rubbish.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You're really not. You're not even half listening today, are you?
What? I was.
It's
I was listening to everything you said and then I forgot.
He's got his mind on other things. It's called Zelda. But look, this is a really interesting set. If it's up to you. Like, look,
How
you
long
just.
was it?
Well, I just said you're not listening, are you? I said it's a 12-minute tutorial, 10 to 12-minute tutorial.
That's the longest tutorial they've ever done.
I know it
Did
is.
they do a
Yeah.
live performance?
No, you're not listening earlier on, were you? I answered all of these questions. Literally, you're embarrassing yourself
Were they
now.
in the hotel room?
Huh?
Were they in the hotel room?
Yes, they were in a hotel room, and I didn't answer that one before, so you're back on track. Well done, kid. Yeah, look, it is what it is. It's a great trick if you can see a place for it in your act. It has to be done extreme close up. If you're in a banquet situation, people aren't going to be able to see those coins. You have to have people really up close. And there is, although it's not that difficult, although there is a lot of the gimmicks do a lot of the work for you are going to need to know how to finger palm. You are going to need to know how to shuttle pass. You are going to need to know some basic coin magic that's going to enable you to do this. So bear that in mind. If you're brand new to coin magic, this might not be the trick for you. But if you've got some experience at coin magic and you want something that will work in extreme close-up situations and something that will happen in the spectator's hands as well, then this might be something you want to go for. It's a pretty good trick. I'm going to give it 80%. I think I'm going to do it, but I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
I'm going to do it and I'm going to give it 95.
95%. I don't, you know what? 79%. I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You can do it. 95%. Absolutely fine. I know you really liked it, but it's too similar. Look, I couldn't go up and pull a hole off a key and then go into this. It's too similar, and I'd rather do Keymaster. I think that's going to get a better impact.
No,
But
what you can do is you can go from Keymaster to pulling the hole off and then pulling the symbols off. You just go, look, I can pull the holes off the key. I can also pull the holes off the Chinese coin.
Mhm.
And do you know what? I'll also pull the symbols off as well.
okay, well, how about you try that and tell me how it goes?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Boom. 79% from me, 95% from him. It's pretty good. We got one final review. Okay, so the final review we're going to be looking at today is Penguin Magic's first app. That's right, they've brought out an app. They're starting to bring out apps, and this is the first app. And if you've seen the trailer, then you've probably seen Dalton Wayne, who is an amazing magician, killing people dead with this. And yeah, not really killing, but I mean the reactions were killing. And what this is, let me explain. What this is an app that you download onto your phone. And it makes when you open up the app, it looks like a horoscope quiz. So it looks like you've got a little horoscope quiz on your phone, and you say to people, "Hey, I don't know if you believe in horoscope or not, but
I don't.
and neither do I. But this asks you a bunch of questions based on your date of birth.
No, when
And
I get my new phone, I'm definitely putting this on.
Yeah, it's a really good trick.
Definitely.
So
just to do it sometimes.
yeah, so you say, hey, I don't know if you believe in horoscopes or not, but this asks you a load of questions based on your date of birth. If you answer the questions honestly, it'll give you a little reading. Let's see whether this is true or not. We'll do it with you. Don't tell me your date of birth. You can answer the questions, and then we'll have a look at the reading, and you can tell me if it's accurate or not. You do this whole thing, you tell them if it's accurate, and once you do that, you then immediately know what their date of birth is. Now, in a second, you're going to see a video of Ryland performing this, and he just did this very, very quickly. He did it to Thea. He didn't want to read out the sort of the reading because I don't think Thea would have understood it. So,
and also, we only get 60 seconds.
yeah, so it's a very quick performance of this, but you're going to be able to see exactly...
You can go into more detail with it if you want.
Yeah, you can look at the process as to how this works. Now, we're going to show you this video. Once I've shown you the video, we're going to talk about the practicalities of it, and we're going to go into a few more details.
Okay, so I'm here with my sister Thea.
Hi.
Now, Thea, think of any date of birth. Just any date, because I know yours is March the 5th. So I want you to think of any other one.
Got one.
Got one. Now, Daddy's got this horoscope app on his thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the quiz. Now, this is about wealth. So what you got to do is you're going to say, is your month in there? Tell me if it's a yes or no. Is your month in there? Quickly.
No.
Is your day there?
No.
No. Now, this one's about overwhelming joy. So about if you're happy. Is your month there? Quickly.
No.
Is your day there?
No.
Is your month there?
Yes.
Is your day there?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you're lucky. Are you healthy? Is your month there?
No.
Is your day there?
No.
So you're not very healthy. Is your month there? This is about love, so if you're going to get married. Is your month there? Quickly.
No.
Is your day there?
No.
Okay. Right. So you see this, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, you can see that. It says your innovative and progressive nature. Well, you see all that. You read that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can tell you that you're thinking of February the 8th, aren't you?
Yes.
Is that the day you're thinking of? Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, right?
So that was your performance to Thea, and what you just saw there, that's exactly what the procedure is. What's nice about this is that you have a reason to have them say, hey, is the month there, is the date there? Because what you're doing is you're saying to them, hey, we're going to generate this reading. It really does look like a legitimate sort of horoscope quiz app or a horoscope quiz that you'd get online. So this whole swiping thing, where you're swiping and you're answering them, you're asking them other questions, it feels very inconspicuous. But in reality, that it doesn't seem dodgy. But in reality, it's telling the system everything that it needs, so that as soon as they read the reading, you immediately know what their star sign is.
Reading what it says.
Yeah, it's a different reading every time. It's a very clever
You
system.
are very thinking.
Yeah, it's based on an old Rick Lax thing, but didn't use an app, and they've kind of appified it.
Appify.
It's my own word. And it's going to allow you to immediately know what their star sign is and know what their date of birth is, like immediately, but they'll never know that you know. Now, the most intelligent way to use this, if you're not performing it on a really quick video for social media, the most intelligent way to use this, I would say, would be to kind of do this horoscope quiz on them, and then kind of put that to one side and say, well, I don't know if that really, do something else, and then come back to them later on and use their date of birth as a revelation later on, where you've put some time misdirection between the use of the phone and the revelation of their date of birth. So rather than just doing what you did, because you were very limited on time, where you go, hey, I can tell you what your date of birth is, I would put some time misdirection between that, and you do the horoscope quiz, maybe do something with their star sign. So maybe you show at the beginning lots of different star signs. Maybe you've got cards with different star signs on. You do this horoscope quiz, you give them the reading, and then you say, well, I think that you're this, and give them the star sign that they are. And then maybe do something else, and then later on you've got the date of birth, which comes back. It's totally up to you. And Dalton goes through a bunch of ideas on the tutorial, which is nice as well.
Yeah, there's a tutorial of live performance.
Multiple live performances. It's Penguin. They always have multiple live performances. Good. And Dalton's an amazing teacher as well. There are going to be people that are drawing comparisons between Cognito by Lloyd Barnes and this, and I totally understand why, because the system that's being used is similar in some ways, and I can understand that. In many ways, Cognito is better, and everybody here knows how much I love Cognito. I perform Cognito all of the time, and I love that moment where, you come out of Cognito and you see the card on the table and stuff, and it's just amazing. It really is.
Oh, I thought it was on a carpet.
Yeah, on the carpet, yeah, and you see, it looks just incredible. Cognito is one of my favourite apps of all time, and I do it all of the time, and I love that, and I love the fact that it's built into a photo album. And if I was going to recommend just one of these, it would be Cognito. But I do think there's room on your phone for both of these, because what's nice about
I think I'm going to get this and Cognito.
Yeah, well, the thing about the Penguin thing is it looks like a horoscope app. It looks completely different.
Yet?
I don't know. You should. Yeah, you don't do Cognito, and you should do, because it's killer.
Why don't do it?
I don't know. We'll put it on your phone later.
Yeah,
no problem. But yeah, I mean, I have both. I think there's a place in the world for both. I think, I don't know if have you ever had this in a gig? Probably not, because you're a kid. But I tend to get a lot of the time, somebody will go, they'll start bringing up horoscopes, and they'll start bringing up star signs and stuff like that. And, do you believe in star signs? I think this would be the perfect thing to bring out at that point. So I think there's if I had to pick one, I'd pick Cognito, but I think both of them are really good.
I think I'll get both.
Okay, yeah.
So sometimes, if I'm at when I do my restaurant, it could be like one table could be Cognito and the other horoscope. Cognito, horoscope.
That makes sense. So what are you going to give it? I'm going to give this 90%. I think this is really good. It's a well-designed app. I love how you get the information. That's genius. I think that how you get the information is great. I think that the fact that you've designed it so it looks like you're showing somebody a reading is great. I think that it's very, very good. I love the fact that there's no Wi-Fi needed. So if you're in an area with dead signal, it makes no difference. It's still going to work. I like it. I'm going to give it 90%. What about you?
Thinking.
You think? I'll just sit here. 93%. Okay, so 93% from Ryland. I would agree with that. It's very good. 90% from me. If you've got Cognito, this is something that you might want to do to vary it up. And if you, if you haven't got Cognito, get this, but also look into Cognito as well, because there's similar methods. There's massive crossover, but they're different in many ways as well.
There's another research in the back. There's no research in the back. There's no research in the back. This is a Lego car.
Why are you bringing your Lego car out? It is a Lego car. It's your Lego car. But yes, this is another review show. That's what this kid loves, Lego and Rubik's Cubes.
And Zelda.
And Zelda. And Magic.
The wheels come out.
This is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us here on Magic TV. Don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. If you want to follow Ryland on Instagram, you can do so by going to Ryland the Kid Magician on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, but not TikTok.
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
you're on
forgot
YouTube.
about YouTube.
You're on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
I think you've got like almost 2,000 subscribers now. Very exciting.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know.
But we'll be back again next week. Don't forget, if you want to check out the Netflix, you can do so by going to
www.thenetflix.cookies.
or .com. I'll be back again next week. Thank you.
Cookies.
We'll be back again next week. I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Craig.
I think I'm Ryland.
He is Ryland. We'll see you again. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.